Let's graph an equation using the point plotting method. The point plotting method, as another name, I would just call that a table value. This is the most fundamental methods to get to know the shape of the graph of an equation. So for example, let's say y equals to square root of x. If you don't remember what the graph looks like, this is the most fundamental way to get the shape of the graph. So let's do something simple. I give you y equals to x plus 2. So y equals to x plus 2. This is simple enough. So let's do some vocabulary. The x we call this independent variable. The y we call that dependent variable. The reason is the value of y depends on the value of x. So let's say x equals to 0. 0 plus 2, y is equals to 2. So the value of y depends on what value you choose for x. That's why I say x is independent and y is dependent. And then I have to go over this again. Order pair. What is order pair? Order pair in this concept, the order pair is solution of an equation. So order pair is x comma y. So let's say x comma y is 1 comma 3. I say this is a solution of the equation because when x is equals to 1, so you put a 1 right over here. 1 plus 2 is equals to 3. So that's why 1 comma 3 is a solution of the equation. Another way to say this is 1 comma 3 is a point on the line, is a point on the graph. Okay, so it's one of the points on the graph. Now, how do you get to the graph? Simple. So you pick some x values. I pick x equals to -3, -2, 1, 0, -1, 0, 1, 3, and 6, and then I need to calculate the corresponding y value. So let's do this. So this is y equals to, so you have y equals to x plus 2, right? So then you will have -3 plus 2. And then this is y equals to -2 plus 2. This is y equals to -1 plus 2. This is a 0 plus 2, 1 plus 2, 3 plus 2, and 6 plus 2. So that is equals to 8. This is a 5. This is a 3. This is a 2. This is 1, this is a 0, and then this is a -1. All right, and then we have the x, and then we have the corresponding y. So when x is equals to -3, the corresponding y value is equals to -1, and then therefore you can draw your order pair x comma y. So we have a -3 comma -1, -2 comma 0, -1 comma 1, and then 0 comma 2, and then 1 comma 3, and then 3 comma 5, and then 6 comma 8. So we have a bunch of order pairs. So every point you have, that is one of the points on the straight line. So let's graph them. So when x is equals to -3, y is equals to -1, and then -2, 0, and then -1, 1, and then 0, 2, and then 1 comma 3. Now, do you see that the patterns in here? So you go 1 unit, the next point is you go 1 unit to the right and then 1 unit up. I don't have 2, but I have 3 comma 5, and then I have 6 comma 8. Do you see this? So if I keep going, if I pick x from -10 all the way to 10, we are going to get a straight line like this, right? So the next point is you go 1 unit to the right and then 1 unit up. So if we keep going, we will get a line like this. So what is this line represent? This line represent y equals to x plus 2. Y equals to x plus 2 is a linear equation, and then the graph of this linear equation is a straight line. So I just graph the y equals to x plus 2 using the point plotting method. Sometimes I would just call this a table value method. Okay, so let's do say more. So we have y equals to x to the first power plus 2, right? So this is a first power. What does that mean? When the independent variable is raised to the first power, this is a linear equation. We use the word linear because this is a straight line. So we use the word linear because the graph is a straight line. Now, what if x is not raised to the first power? So let's say x raised to the second power. Then what is the graph looks like? So Let's do it. So when x is equals to -3, we have y equals to -3 square. This is a -2 square. This is a -1 square, 0 square, 1, 2, and 3. So that is 9. This is a 4. This is a 1. We have a 0, 1. We have a 4. We have a 9. And then here is my order pair, x comma y. We have a 0, 0. This is a 1, 1. And then this is a 2, 4. This is a 3, 9. And then on the other hand, we have a -1, 1. And then we have a -2, 4. And then we have a -3, comma 9. All right, so let's graph this. So let's plot the points. We have a 0, 0 right over here, and then 1, 1, and then also -1, 1, and then 2, 4, -2, 4, and then 3, 9, and then -3, 9. We have that, and then as a result, you will get a graph that looks like this, and then you can extend the line, and then this is what you get. So since x is not raised to the first power, then this is not a straight line. So this is not first degree. Then this is not a straight line. And then this graph has a name. This graph is called parabola. All right, so let's do a few exercise. So what I wanted to do is I have an equation and I want to determine which point is a solution of the equation. So let's do it quickly. So this one we have y equals to x is equals to 4, right? So when x is equals to 4, we have 8 minus 4. That is equals to the square root of 4, which is equals to 2. So this one is a yes. When x is equals to -9, we have 8 plus 9, right? So this is the square root of 17. That is not equals to -1, so therefore this is a no. So that's how we verify. And then the next one in blue, we have y equals to 5 minus 2 times -3 square. So that is 5 minus what? 2 times 9 is 18. That is equals to -13, right? So that is equals to -13. So this is a yes. And then when x is equals to -1, 5 minus 2 times -1 square, that is a 5 minus 2, but that is not equal to 0. So this is a no. All right, so let's do the last one. And then the last one is when x is equals to -3, y equals to 6 minus, we have a -3 minus 2. So -3 minus 2 is -5. Taking the absolute value of that, we have a 6 minus a 5. Taking the absolute value of that, that is not equal to 11. So this is a no. How about the other one? Y equals to 6 minus, we have a -5 minus 2. So -5 minus 2 is -7. Take the absolute value of that, remove the negative, we have 6 minus 7. That is equals to -1. So this is a solution of the equation. By the way, when you say a point and order pair is a solution of the equation, that means when you graph the equation, the point is on the line or on the curve. Alright, so that is the end of this video. If you like the way I explain math, give me a thumbs up, a subscribe, and I will meet you all in the next lesson. Signing out.